This NFL preseason week 3 picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner on picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Cram?
Dog.
Hello, Sean. Last one of these.
Yes, last week of the preseason.
One of these.
Kind of bittersweet because week 1 you're like a shed powder fiend. You're like, I got it. I'm football. You're like, all right, not bad. And then week 2, there's some starters in there, kind of mid performance for me on the picks. But then week 3, they don't play anyone of note. Yeah. But it also means you're really close to starting the NFL season, which is fucking awesome. So we got one last week of preseason football. We already have a real football podcast out. The week 0 college football picks podcast is out. So ready to go with that. How are we feeling, Kramer?
Well, within the last 24 hours, I not only have crafted a couple new futures that we're going to get down on in Vegas, courtesy of the division previews, but I also have my first live bullets in the air. So
for week 1,
for week 0.
Oh, week 0. Yes.
Although bullets I've had bullets in the air for week 1 for a long time. Unfortunately, unfortunately.
Well, and you mentioned the division previews on the AFC South division preview. You had mentioned, hey, I got this Daniel Jones jersey. Yes. I want to give it away. I don't want anything to do with it. It's blue and white. You can have some fun with it. You can probably turn it into a Colts jersey.
Very easily, this becomes a Colts jersey.
2 separate people. Now, I shit you not. A guy reached out. I go, hey, hit us up over on the Spotify comments. I said, send in an email and we'll make sure you get the jersey. He sends it in. Kramer's like, hey, what's your address? 15 minutes later, someone else, similar story.
It's pretty wild.
I want to give this to my buddy. He's a long-suffering Colts fan, and he just missed out on the random Danny Dimes giveaway. And I think both them, and I don't know who said it first or where we got it, but amazing nickname, Indiana Jones. It makes so much sense. I got to get the Indiana Jones soundboard on the just a highlight, just him throwing interceptions. Dun 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 as he cowers and takes a sack. Dun 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 dun.
Can someone just do that? Can someone edit together his highlights? To that music.
I think
or his lowlights.
I think we can do that actually.
Dun, dun, dun. He's running down the field, wide open, 80-yard running against the Eagles.
That trip against the Eagles is all time. So shout out to Indiana Jones.
And shout out to Cliff, who was the submitter of the first email. He did say he's the only Danny believer in his Colts gambling group chat. Just be careful. If you recall, I was once on a serious fantasy football podcast with Justin Herzig, a world-renowned best ball player, when I shared that I was north of 50% ownership on Daniel Jones.
And he goes, "Is that a real number?"
There's a low light in my life. Speaking of low lights, so be careful.
I mean, Danny, and we talk.
Usually, you need time off. He literally got sent home from his team.
Yeah.
Did like a funeral press conference, gets picked up by Kevin O'Connell,
doesn't see any game action,
who they want to keep him, and then poof, hey, you know what? This is the safe play.
I mean, what? How?
Because Anthony Richardson sucks.
How is his stock rising? It makes no sense.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's just that the other stock is I think what happened was Shane Steichen realized that Anthony Richardson is not someone you can play quarterback.
I mean, Shane
tight end?
Steichen.
Are we going to move him to tight end?
I thought it was a joke. Shane Steichen was bringing up Danny. He goes, he's played football at a really high level. If you go back to 2022, there's been a lot of games since 2022 and serious neck injuries on top of that.
I've seen people talk about why was he successful in 2022. I mean, he was a very good runner that year. Since his neck injury, he does not run the same. Like it's not the same quarterback. It's just going to be a bunch of almost. You're going to have moments where you're like, nice throw, and then it's going to be like game crushing interception.
You can see it in his eyes, and maybe people think I'm crazy, but I forget who it was, but a former quarterback who was in the broadcast booth pointed it out, saying, hey, when quarterbacks hit the wall, or how you know a quarterback's good, like something's
cooked,
something you can kind of catch watching live just because their head bends down. If a quarterback keeps their eye line up, and you'll see that with their head when they're back in the pocket, that's a good sign. That means they're looking downfield, they feel comfortable around the pocket. They can rely on that pocket sense. If you watch Daniel Jones, that head dips immediately, and he's got squirrely eye movement now. And even in the press conference where they were asking him questions around his locker about being named the starter, he was squirrely. His eye movement, I'm telling you, this kid is spooked. He doesn't want to play football anymore, but he kind of fell into it.
Well, I mean,
he doesn't want to play.
He has great representation.
Now watch, it would be a hilarious. This is the NFL. We truly don't know, which makes the NFL exciting. If Danny Dimes comes out and balls for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, I'll eat my hat. But I do not see that coming.
I mean, the preseason this year has not looked that different than last year. You remember that pick 6 against the was it the Falcons in the preseason where the Texans where you just throw it's not.
And I made fun of you and you're like, oh, it's preseason.
Yeah, preseason doesn't matter. But in hindsight, we can reflect and say
then you saw the same thing week 1 against the Vikings.
I see a pattern.
Yeah.
So it is tough though, because these Midwestern folk, they just want to be so nice.
Yeah.
Cause he's white.
Well,
like
they're
white guys.
They're gonna turn on him.
Shane Steichen also popularity contest, right? Start the white guy. I also think you can't go to the Daniel Jones rescue button doesn't work as well as bringing Anthony Richardson in for one more hurrah. Like he gets one more like, okay, Daniel Jones really sucks. We're going back to Anthony Richardson.
Now I'm not one to judge anyone's fashion or their look. But I think if you want to be taken seriously as a quarterback, Anthony Richardson, lose the nose stud. I would say that to any quarterback. I'm sure it's an age generation thing.
100%.
Lose the no nose rings. There's no Hall of Fame quarterbacks with nose studs. So I would say you said your goal was to become a Hall of Fame quarterback. Step 1, lose the nose stud. I would when he wore glasses, I think that helped him, and lose the nose stud. You got to look the part.
The glasses helped for you?
I think so. Yeah.
I thought the glasses were just as strange as the nose stud.
Really?
Yeah. Neither fit the face.
Oh, well, I
feel like he's trying to do a Cam Newton act. And this is where like he's doing all the Cam Newton-y things that aren't being the baddest dude on the field. He's just soft. At the end of the day, like he's lost this job not because he still has the stuff. He's soft and he's dumb.
Yeah.
And that's not a good combination in the NFL. Well, he's not good because he's soft and dumb.
Probably it's all related. Faustino in the chat saying that's how you fire that $1,000 free bet. Dan Jones MVP.
No, I won't let that happen.
If you got the stones, of course we are giving out $1,000 circa NFL future. All you gotta do is check out our NFL team previews. We reveal one word per episode. You put all the words in order. You get a 32-word phrase that may or may not make fun of the Dallas Cowboys, and you submit that phrase to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. $1,000 circa future bet up for grabs. I'm optimistic, Ryan, that we will be bumping it up to 1250, but that's going to be up to you, the listeners and viewers. You guys beat last year's number, and the pace looks good, but we really need people to hammer it home. Get those entries in. I have not Now we have received one mail-in ballot so far. I was hoping for more. Kramer seems excited over there. I'm guessing maybe he's checking the fax line.
We may have received a fax.
Okay.
We may have received a fax. Hold on.
All right.
I'm just trying to open it, make sure it's an actual fax and not. Okay. It is. It's the phrase that pays.
Yes, sir.
Who fax? Give out their name.
Shout out to Aaron. We'll go first name only.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron.
Might not want to blow
so
up.
it is it has a cover sheet. It's a fax.
That's a real
with
fax.
a cover sheet titled "The Phrase That Pays Submission."
Yes.
And then it has by team and words.
Great.
So man, beautiful.
Great work.
Beautiful. We got a fax, Sean.
We got
you
a fax.
didn't think we were going to actually receive a fax.
I was a little
did you?
skeptical. Yes, I was. But shout out to Aaron.
Oh.
Shout out to everyone who has submitted. And of course, while we're here, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Get in over there. Again, they got it all. MLB, WNBA, a bunch of NFL futures, live in-game wagering. They got it all, and we're going to be firing their prop builder, second to none. Honestly, really recommend the prop builder. Very fun. You can customize almost anything. Can't wait to be firing on that all season long. And speaking of props, if you want to crush the prop market this year, you got to go on Rhythm. Rhythm was 13-5 on Tyreek Hill props. That's a 31% ROI.
Sean, I just got a 4th round of a draft, best ball draft.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Especially in best ball, roll the dice with this Miami again. We just did the AFC East division preview. Little tough because there's crazy variance, but I mean, week 1, you don't think Tyreek Hill
On the turf.
Jalen Waddle, they're going to be running all over the place. And of course they have a very stable quarterback.
And Tua Tagovailoa.
Or
the
Daniel Jones.
quarterback.
Oh, damn it. I did it again.
Yeah,
Or-
Ryan, you're the one who said make sure you leave the
so
quarterback part on it,
So
and then you
funny.
step on it every time I play it. 7-day free trial that gets you going over on Rhythm. They have week 0 stuff. They've crushed it last year in week 0, week 1 FCS totals. Plenty of reasons to get started today. Get that 7-day free trial. Try it. You're gonna like it. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Oh man, I can't believe we got a fax. This almost feels like a hand pay at the slot machine. We created something.
Yes.
we created something. All right, Sean. Do we want to have any retrospective conversations about the preseason? Big comeback for the for the unders in the joint practices, going 6-6.
Yeah, I guess considering they were 0-7, I don't have.
Well, we went from 0% on the preseason to like 33%.
Okay,
So
that's a nice jump up.
Yeah, we're working our way back to 5. We can't get to 500. There's only
Commander's money line was very annoying.
we're idiots. We shouldn't have bet on Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
That's our bad. That's not happening again. Even if
he is really bad.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
we're
but
not.
Zach Taylor, they were both
Doesn't
really
matter.
bad.
I know it was two horrible situations, but never
Washington is pretty cooked. Let's see the other one, that Titans. I got maybe a little cute there with Tennessee. Although Buffalo, I mean that was the one I was craziest off on, because it was clear from the beginning that and Tennessee, we lost that, but at the Circa we got it. So on the sheet
it moved down a bit.
On the sheet it was -5.5, but when we bet it at the Circa it was
3.
It was 3, so that ended up being a push, which was a nice result there. But the Bills was a huge miss because it was clear like the Bears wanted to build Caleb's confidence and they put him under center. I thought he looked better than he had looked previously.
I think we have to reevaluate some of these I mean, McVay has now twice not looked like a coach that doesn't care about the preseason. Perhaps he's just the trend.
Yeah.
McVay cares, so the rest of the league cares. But no, certainly I think, and I guess we'll talk about him as we go through the matchups. But I think some of the coaches that we typically would blindly fade or bet on, or I'm making that list is dwindling down for me. So this week, and are these times? This doesn't look right. All right.
Oh, this is right.
Oh, the times are right.
Oh no, actually, some of these games are on Friday.
Okay, something looks like it got copied. No need to blame anyone. But something got copied and pasted.
Woo, it's smoking about weed.
The first one is correct. We got some Thursday night football, so you're probably listening to this on a Thursday.
Let's go. We'll be at the Circa.
We will be at the Circa for these, and they do play them on the big screen. Steelers.
Yeah, they don't care about dumbass baseball.
Panthers. Steelers laying 4.5. Tomlin is going to be a bet on coach for me until he stops being a coach.
Good call. I got a little cute maybe with although he ended up backdooring that. Tampa Bay I think got out to a decent lead and then.
But that's what Tomlin does.
Yeah.
Minus 245 on the money line. Plus 200 for the Panthers. 36.5 is the total. So yeah, not much for me to handicap here. Tomlin talking to a team right before cutdown day. That feels like a team that's going to be heavily motivated.
Yeah.
And man, I still can't believe we got a fact, Sean.
That's pretty epic.
Pretty epic.
I would say on the other side, Canales has shown limited sample size, but he truly doesn't care about the preseason. 0-5 in the preseason. He has never covered a preseason spread. He's won one preseason game.
Coach or players? Do we have a strong opinion there?
What do you mean?
I'm just making fun of Bryce Young and his teammates.
Very tiny. I don't think we see, and this is just going to be all like third. And I would be surprised if we see any starters for any of these teams.
Yeah, I mean the vibe I've gotten. Well, I think some teams are going to be playing some starters.
Really,
100%.
Okay.
I mean, not the Steelers.
I think it's going to be,
and probably not the Panthers.
Who have you heard playing starters?
I think a handful of teams will have their starters out for like a half dozen snaps or whatever. Yeah.
Because everything I've heard is that even the teams that had starters were like, well, game 3, we're not doing anything. So we'll see.
But this is not one of those games. And again, this is a game that not to overthink and just realize you're getting Tomlin. And we're kind of this. What do you think this closes when we're at the Circa? You think this gets out to 6.5?
I hope it's not a full 7 because either I'm going to be betting it just because I want to have a little action for the
well, of course
the open bar party. But
naturally,
I hopefully it's under 6 when we get there.
All right, let's. Sorry, updating times at the same. Patriots Giants. This is the second Thursday night game. This one kicks off at 5:00 West Coast time. Patriots catching 6.5 plus 235 on the money line. Minus 290 for the Giants. 37.5 is the total. I mean, Dable has flipped the script. Speaking of coaches, that it's not the same guy that we have leaned into fading.
Well, he just doesn't have any bad quarterbacks, Ryan.
Having Jameis and Tommy DeVito to come on. I mean, Tommy DeVito is kind of in the range of. Is
Jackson Dart going to play?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this will be the last.
So
time,
they are playing their starters.
This will be the last time we see Jackson Dart until probably the second, maybe the last game of the season when they're resting their starters.
Right. You're projecting that Jackson Dart's next start is week 18.
It's the Patrick Mahomes plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it worked. It worked for. It worked for Patrick Mahomes. Certainly.
I'm seeing the leadership, the charisma.
They're the best player in the draft. Is the best player in the draft playing?
The best player in the draft. He might get a snap or two. Like I said, I think I would not be surprised if the starters get a couple snaps.
Now this is interesting because Vrabel they've been doing pretty well so far in these preseason games.
They've looked good.
I think as much as Dable has been doing well in this preseason, I'm going to take New England and the 6.5. I think that's a little too high for a New England team. 2-0 straight up, 2-0 ATS coming off a huge win.
I don't think you can. Again, you got to have a good reason to lay this kind of number in the preseason. And so, I guess I would take New England. But it's this could also be the Jameis Super Bowl. He's really going hard. Tommy DeVito, last time he plays as a Giant, perhaps. Lot of storylines going into this one, and they play each other later in the season. So you also have the
super vanilla, right? You don't want to show them anything.
Yeah, typically when you have that, you're not going to show them anything useful. All right, Friday.
So you're on the Patriots.
I'm with again. You got to have a good reason, and that reason can't be Tommy DeVito's last go in the Meadowlands. What a sad story. I wonder, do you think someone will claim him?
Yeah, why Browns are always looking for a good quarterback.
If he bumps Shador off the roster, that would be chef's kiss. Eagles, Jets, Friday, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Eagles catching 1.5. They don't seem to care about winning. Jets, mixed bag, but they probably need to show some effort. They haven't been great. Eagles plus 114 on the money line, minus 134 for the Jets. 34.5 is the total. And I will be notifying you when there are 4 joint practices that we haven't discussed any yet. Sean, do you have any insight here other than just typical fade Sirianni?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you'll see a game similar to what you saw against the Browns. Tanner McKee's not playing, which means it's going to be Kyle McCord and DTR who have looked.
DTR hasn't been great.
They've both look pretty bad. I mean, I guess Kyle McCord looks slightly better game 2 than he did game 1, but yeah, Tanner McKee's dealing with like a minor finger thing. They're not going to have any real starters out there. They're kind of shutting down most.
Is there any competition, any roster spots on the line?
They're still trying to figure out cornerback 2. But then I think they do want to start Makuba, the rookie, at safety, but he got a little injury thing, so maybe they're not going to play him. I mean, maybe you're going to see some of the cornerback 2 stuff, but other than that, I'd be surprised. Like Jahad Campbell, rookie, I'm projecting he's going to be the starter next to Zach Bond there. I don't think he's going to play. I think it's going to be a ton of backups because they also have that early Thursday game. Like they lose a couple days compared to some of these other teams. So they have opening night less than 2 weeks away. They're not going to play anyone close. So Jets is actually the play. What are you doing, Ryan?
Yeah. Well, I think just fading Sirianni. Useful trend. Friday, 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Falcons, Cowboys. Oof. Don't know what to do here. Two fade teams for me. Dallas minus 2.5, minus 138 on the money line, plus 118 for the Falcons. 36.5 is the total. I haven't changed my opinion on this Dallas Cowboys team. And it's going to be bad because you're already starting to see the normal pundits, the normal Cowboy suck fest, talking about how they like what they see with Brian Schottenheimer. Fuck off! You like what you see. What have you liked? What has he done? What, he moved the chairs around the locker room?
Yeah, it's
bad move. Micah Parsons still not there. Doesn't matter here. Atlanta is the play.
Atlanta's they've been on a super cold run in preseason, but Raheem Morris historically hasn't been that bad. He is 8-9 ATS.
Just can't take the Cowboys in this spot.
They've been horrible as of late. As we know, Dallas sucks. So yeah, Dallas looked pretty bad against the Ravens, and Joe Milton he's fun, but he is not good.
People think he's good. It's very strange.
I think he certainly has potential, but he is just incredibly raw. Like some of those throws he made are only a few guys can make them. Probably him and Anthony Richardson. But again, there's a ton of shit you have to develop with Joe Milton, and I don't know if that's getting done in Dallas.
But when you have those types of skills, and you're still like Joe Milton he spent a lot of time in college. Like if it's not going to develop, it's just not going to develop. And at least with Anthony Richardson, he's a little younger. Maybe you have some hope.
Well, Joe Milton's he's thrown 20. He was a rookie last year. He's only attempted 29 passes.
I'm just saying he had a long college career, multiple stops, multiple coaches. It wasn't like this guy went to a program, got stuck behind someone good, didn't develop, whatever. He's never developed, and he's always had the sickest arm.
Yeah.
Imagine having the sickest arm and just not being able to figure the rest out. That's amazing.
Anthony Richardson 2 years younger than Joe Milton.
Oh yeah, I mean that's and imagine having the talent that Anthony Richardson has and not being great at football. No, I mean it's unbelievable. 5 p.m. on the West Coast Friday. Vikings, Titans. The Vikings are a fade team. They're catching 3.5 here, plus 172 on the money line, minus 205 for the Titans. 37.5 is the total. Where are we at with Cam Ward?
Yeah, it's weird. Like his stats were really bad. He had a couple of bad throws, but he also had a couple like really nice throws. He's going to need time to develop. I would be shocked.
He's going to get his ass kicked week 1. That's what
I would be shocked if he hits the ground running and you're going up against a very tough Broncos defense, a very experienced team. I mean,
that's a tough spot.
I'm more worried about the coaching mismatch. Like, Callahan against Sean Payton. I think it's just a tough spot. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a tougher spot than going on the road in Denver for what that defense looks like to start your NFL career. So,
did you see he got into a scuff with Jeffrey Simmons at practice today, going at his own defensive players?
No, I think he's carried. I think he's carried himself well. Again, I'm a Cam Ward fan. I'm rooting for him, but I think it's going to be rough, especially early. And I'm totally out on the coach. So
but you love him in this spot.
Well, Brian Callahan is 1-4 ATS, KOC 3-8 ATS. I don't know if I can make Tennessee a favorite of 3.5. What are you doing, Ryan?
I mean,
is Cam Ward playing?
It does seem like everything. So on the, I got the sense. I don't think they've declared one way or another, but I'm pretty sure. So, quote, the intent is to still play football with our starters. So I think like I was saying, he
said he's focused heading into on his footwork heading into the final preseason game.
You think about I think about it like this: they're going to get a drive.
Yeah,
I think you're going to give the starters a drive, and so not really part of the handicap. But I do think Minnesota, like from a team standpoint, probably gives less of a shit about this game.
Yeah,
Kevin O'Connell just hasn't coached.
I'll take Tennessee. I don't love this one, but
the number is telling us where to go, right? This number is going to end up being 5.5, 6.5, something like that. Bears, Chiefs. This one's 520 on Friday night, if I have that correct. Chiefs -2.5, -138 on the money line. Bears +118.
I mean, we gotta, and that was another thing I was kicking myself. Well, one, I didn't realize the effort they were going to do to showcase Caleb Williams, but Tyson Bagent is balling.
Oh, baby.
Tyson Bagent. And then he just signed this contract. He was crying, and it was cool. It sounded like his dad grew up really poor, very excited for the family. His dad's a world-class bodybuilder. I think this is special Bagent time. Bears as a dog here, I think is a great spot. And Kansas City, I don't see them giving a shit at all in this third preseason game. They also have an early game to Brazil. They're going to be completely. They're worried about their passports. They're already checked out.
This total is 41.5. I think I wrote it down wrong. I'm with you. I think the Bears, similar to what I said about the Titans, from what I understand, that they're like everyone's whatever quote unquote everyone's playing means. Caleb, I think the starters will be out there for at least a drive. Saturday.
So you're on the Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. Adding additional information and
it's
color.
Just as someone who writes down the picks, it's good to hear you say, "Give me the Bears +2.5. I'll take the Bears."
Exactly what I said.
You did not say I'll take the Bears
on Saturday.
Yeah.
We have the first joint practice game of the week. The Ravens taking on the Commanders. Fade Dan Quinn. Bet on John Harbaugh at all costs. -2.5 for the Ravens.
I mean, how is this
still under a
3?
field goal? -148 on the money line. +126 for the Redskins. 35.5 is the total. This is the only example of a bet on against a fade.
It's a
coach
great
this
spot.
week. It's also a joint practice under. Not much to handicap here, right? Under in the Ravens.
No, the Ravens are back. They care, or they're deep, whatever it is. They're going to smash this Washington team. And dare I mention Washington played on Monday night and now it's Saturday.
Short week.
That's gotta matter a little bit.
That is kind of messed up.
So short week in the preseason, quick turnaround. There's a million reasons, but
a lot of people doubting Harbaugh and his coaching ability in the preseason.
Yes, got a chip on his shoulder. I mean, Baltimore's a lock of all locks.
Yeah, I think we'll both be locking this up. 10 a.m. on Saturday. The Colts taking on the Bengals. Bengals laying 2.5. -138 on the money line. Colts +118. 35.5 is the total. Zach Taylor, fresh off looking good in the preseason for the first time in his career. I think he regresses back to, as much as I would hate.
I mean, he's now 4-13 ATS. I'm going to smash
he's
Indiana.
Due, right?
Smash Indiana.
Although that
Smash!
I mean, but I would say Riley Leonard getting an extended look, I think is pretty good.
Is that good or bad?
I think it's good. I mean, you saw the.
Do you start Daniel Jones in the third preseason game?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But if Anthony Richardson plays, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. If Riley Leonard plays, you saw Cincinnati's defense not be able to handle Jaden Daniels running around, and Riley Leonard's going to be running around for his life.
I don't think Anthony Richardson is going to have a chip on anything. Oh wait, no, I do have this information. Both guys will not play. Riley Leonard and Jason Bean will be the quarterbacks. Oh, I love Indy now.
I like
that Jason Bean guy is a total preseason quarterback.
Yeah.
So is Riley Leonard. This might be a lock too, Sean.
A lot of locks.
We doing a teaser this week? Because this is a nice teaser leg.
No,
right
you
here.
cannot legally. I cannot recommend.
Great teaser leg.
You know how you're not allowed to give out legal advice. I'm giving out legal advice. Don't tease preseason. Instead,
DYOR.
Go to Circa, baby. If you're coming out for the Circa weekend, hit us up at Gambling Podcast. We'll be walking around signing up for Circa Million, Circa Survivor, maybe Grandissimo if we get on a nice heater on the craps table. Of course, we'll be using our official proxy, footballcontest.com. We'll use the promo code SGP. We'll get the $50 off the proxy fees. Of course, Circa, it's the Mecca. Head on out to Circa. Use our promo code SGP 15% off any of the great properties in Circa. And they just opened up a new place, the Mint Gaming Hall there in Tennessee. So check them out over there as well. If you're on the East Coast in Tennessee, saw Derek and the guys hanging out there. They got a VSiN studio there in Tennessee. Looks pretty awesome. But hopefully you're coming out to Vegas this weekend. If not, you still have time. Basically, the Saturday afternoon is the cutoff for the contest. Get in footballcontest.com, promo code SGP. We're also brought to you by Underdog. Gave out some Underdog pick'ems earlier there. Week 1 is upon us. A little higher, lower. Of course, they have a great new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. And we gave out a little higher, lower pick'em there, Ryan. We gave out one that involved Justin Fields, higher 42.5 rushing yards, and Tua, higher 238.5 passing yards. Little 3x return.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
Nice, Ryan. You didn't jump on the
I waited.
sweet soundtrack.
I waited.
UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
Great execution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos heading to Nolens, 10 a.m. on the West Coast on Saturday. Denver -5.5, -225 on the money line.
Smash!
Saints +118, 39.5 is the total. Feels like the Saints are the one team getting their regular season handicap applied to them in the preseason because they just don't have any talent. Is Bo playing? I mean, he's got the name fit for the Bayou down there.
I would be surprised, but if you saw, I mean, Stidham looked really good. I mean, this Broncos team super deep. It does seem like they're caring for whatever that means. And then, I mean, they put it on the Cardinals 27-7. Game before they put it on the 49ers. I mean, it was Stidham was 16-23, 240, 2 touchdowns. Ellinger was 14-16, 162. They're just slicing teams up left and right. I think, again, don't take too much of the preseason, but I think the Broncos has a fairly deep. Everyone just says you can't learn anything from the preseason. I think they have a fairly deep roster.
You can learn some things from the preseason.
I think they're just going to destroy the Saints. So yeah, give me the Broncos laying the 5.5.
And a couple notes on the Broncos as we come into the regular season. I do think that we need to remember the name Adam Troutman when it comes to touchdown markets this year. Coach's son, right? We always know that. Also, he was talking up. Sean Payton was talking up Tyler Bidet recently.
Oh,
someone else. Which by
Tyler
the way,
Clean asshole bidet.
by the way, 11-1 in the anytime market week 1. If you're interested, Adam Troutman plus 850. If you are interested in that kind of thing, I don't really want to lay this kind of number.
Okay,
but I also don't want to bet on the Saints.
Well, what are you doing?
But a really bad team wins the final game of the preseason.
That is true.
Yeah. So give me the Saints here. They know they're bad. Their crowds, it's a smart crowd down there. They know they're going to be bad, so they might show up for the third preseason game. Rams, Browns, another 10 a.m. kick here on the West Coast. Browns laying 6.5 minus 295. Rams plus 240, 39.5. Is Stetson Bennett playing? If Stetson Bennett is playing in this game, he's playing so well in the preseason. People are talking about how the Rams can lose Matt Stafford and still be fine this season. Are you serious? Stetson Bennett is maybe he's a good preseason quarterback, but yeah, I kind of like him in this spot. McVay is no longer based on the last couple of weeks. McVay is not a fade coach in the preseason.
Really?
And it could just be that Stetson Bennett's balling out and he's like the special needs kid on the team. So
Make a wish.
He's going to get lots of time.
There's a kid by the name of Shador Sanders who's going to be lighting up the Rams backups. Give me the Browns laying the points.
This is going to be a tough day for you.
Okay.
It's going to be awkward too because we're going to be traveling, so you're not going to be able to lock into Shador.
I will be watching the Iowa State game live, and then I'll go back and watch most of this relevant preseason when we get back. And shout out to Adrian in the chat. I just signed up for both contests. You guys got to talk about the dope hats you get. Yeah, it is pretty sweet. You do get some nice hats for signing up for the contest.
CJ and many others have put it, the $1,000 hat.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, they got I think the Circa has the rope on the hat, similar to the style that you're wearing right now. All right.
And also, the listener reached out to me. I'm trying to find the message, but I think he wanted me to get him an extra hat. There was something like his cousin signed up, but he couldn't get an extra hat. DM me again on X at Sean T Green if I lost the message, but I will happily get you an extra hat there.
Wow. Good luck.
What do you mean?
Good luck getting him a hat.
I will ask for a hat. I know all the people behind the sports book. I got an extra juice. All right.
Good luck. I have no doubt that you'll accomplish your goal.
Thank you.
10 a.m. last 10 a.m. game on Saturday. Houston taking on the Lions. This is another joint practice situation here. We got the Texans, who I like to back. D'Amico Ryans and that energy plus 1.5, plus 110 on the money line, minus 130 for the Lions. 34.5 is the total. I mean, Dan Campbell doesn't care about winning preseason games, right? Are we off that opinion, or what's going on here?
Yeah, this one
feels easy to me.
D'Amico and Ryans is 6-3 straight up. That was there's not a massive sample size for either, but I'll take Houston.
D'Amico Ryans is a slight bet on. Dan Campbell is probably a more than slight bet against.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right, there you go.
Easy.
Under 34.5 as well for Ryan. Looking to round out the joint practice unders.
Does Harrison Bryant get a lot of run in the preseason here after they picked him up via trade? If you're playing props,
if you're playing some underdog stuff, baby, yeah.
It's just something that came in my mind,
I don't know what their plans are with him at tight end.
You can play his okay.
Oh my God!
His anytime week 1.
What's his anytime
on underdog? It's 10.7.
Oh man, that's going to be pretty spicy.
Oh boy! All right.
Stop the presses.
Hold on. Let me get back to what we were talking about. Yeah. Anything to add? No.
No. It's D'Amico. D'Amico Ryan slightly seems to care slightly more than.
They also have some shit to work
Dan
out.
Campbell.
I'm still not as settled on especially on the offensive side of the ball. But yeah, Dan Campbell doesn't care about winning the game. Seattle, Green Bay, 1 p.m. on Saturday. Joint practice game. Seattle has been flying around in these games. They seem like the team that is ultimately trying to win the preseason. They're catching 2.5 plus 108 on the money line. Green Bay minus 126. 37.5 is the total. It's hard to bet against it. They're blitzing. They're running exotic offensive plays. They just seem like they're trying to work some shit out, and competition is important to Mr. McDonald. I kind of appreciate it. It makes me like the coach a little bit more than I did before, but easy for me to take Seattle. And again, if you're building that preseason teaser, boy, does this pair well with the Colts plus 2.5 earlier.
Yeah. Does this cross the
really,
does the
whoa,
the teaser rules apply to
just goes
preseason?
so nicely. I don't know about that, but
I'm with you. Packers are 1-1. They got their ass kicked by the Jets week 1. I do think what Seattle's trying to do, they're going to focus on a run heavy style of approach and some physicality, which I think is important for a third preseason game. So
it works.
Yeah. I think this is a perfect style for preseason.
Also, blitzing backup quarterbacks works too. Like I thought you didn't really do that in the preseason, but I watched Seattle and
that rule has gone out the window.
They're just sending heat. Jags, Dolphins. This is Saturday, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. The last of the joint practice games. Down in the heat of Florida, Miami laying 3 minus 174 plus 146 for the Jags. 37.5 is the total. So of course I'm on all the joint practice unders. Sean Coward jumped off at the low point when it was 0%. Since Sean jumped off,
You've been lost
50,
more money.
It's been 50%. So you do the math.
You lost more money on the VIG. I did the math.
The Jags are coming off maybe the game of week 2 when it comes to just glorious trash ties in the preseason.
Yeah, they were up big against the Saints and let them come back. I think Miami needs a win. I'm going to go Miami here, laying the 3. Not a huge handicap one way or the other.
I think Miami needs the win.
Well, they seemingly have cared about finishing these preseason games. Ollie Gordon has looked good.
I'm on it.
Quinn Ewers looked decent in game 2.
The system works, especially in the backups with the run game.
Yeah.
All right. And wow. A 50-50 split on the bets for this one on DraftKings, but 97% of the handle on the Dolphins. So the big bets, the
sharps,
the Green Book whales. All right. Next up, we got a couple more games left here, Sean. Bills, who Sean McDermott is definitely in the penalty box when it comes to a auto play in the preseason. 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Bills Bucks at home catching 3 plus 136 on the money line, minus 162 for the Bills. 37.5 is the total. I mean, I don't know where we stand with McDermott. He's clearly not trustworthy.
Is it what Ryan was Sean McDermott? Was this an inside job the entire time?
I think so. Steadfast they held.
Let's roll one more time for the Buffalo Bills. Laying the 3. Yeah, I'll go back to the Bills. I mean, also teams coming off of huge double-digit losses, going on the road. That's been something in preseason. I have no reason to think Todd Bowles cares, and I'll just go back to the.
But they've produced in the game so far. They did win against the Steelers. They did put up a decent amount of points in the first week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 29-7.
29.
Yeah, I'll just say one more chance for this Bills team. Get right spot for.
Give me the Bucks.
Okay,
give me the Bucks. It's gonna be too hot down in there, Buffalo.
That's a good angle. It is gonna be hot as shit.
Sunday night. No, this is also on Saturday. Ignore that. Saturday, 5:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Chargers. Chargers laying 2.5 on the road. Mr. Harbaugh is a bet on coach, minus 134 on the money line. Niners plus 114, 36.5 is the total. He didn't get it done last week.
No,
especially not on that ridiculous closing line. Yeah, but I'm not going to not bet on Jim Harbaugh.
Well, and also I think this is, you got to fade San Francisco. They're just comically banged up.
They got to do the investigation.
They just traded for Sky Moore, Ryan. Like they got to see Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall. They got their kind of their quarterback receiver duo going last week. They're not going to play anyone. They can't risk it.
Whatever McCaffrey did in Germany,
He's
causing his entire team to get hurt. But he's healthy.
He's patient zero.
He's incredibly healthy. The irony
of
him being healthy.
For now,
no Achilles tendonitis anymore,
according to him.
We're both on Harbaugh. And
I was listening to another podcast, Stefania Bell, and she was talking about injuries and. Yeah, we were there, and no one had any idea that Christian McCaffrey wasn't going to be out there. And we told everyone Sunday morning to start him week 1. Meanwhile, I was pounding the table saying last year, this fucker,
nobody knew.
Don't draft this guy. What do you mean? He's Germany. Oh yeah, he got some treatment in Germany. That isn't a red fucking flag. Come on.
Heard that same podcast, and I got to be honest, she was clearly sexually attracted to Christian McCaffrey, and not an objective
Cavs
ranking.
Are looking great.
Not an objective ranking. I think the blood got flowing a little too much below the belt.
And shout out to someone asked a question. You talk about all these podcasts that are going out of business and you don't mention the names. Who are they? And I responded, the shows that I know have canceled, Against All Odds with Cousin Sal, Bet the Board, that show's off the air. And then Adam Chernoff, he did a sports gambling podcast that's no longer going. Sports Grid got rid of a shit ton of hosts. So I'm just saying there's a lot of people who aren't committed to the craft, who didn't start in 2011 picking every NFL game against the spread.
Actually, it would be pretty hard to find another show. I can think of maybe 2 shows that existed before us that are still today. I'm just saying it's a long time.
It is. And hashtag still here. And hashtag built different.
Well, here's the crazy part.
Because of you guys, the DJs.
A lot of these shows, these people that are hanging it up, it was a weekly show.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Rare breed, Ryan. Untamed.
Last game, Raiders Cardinals.
Hashtag built different.
7 p.m. on the West Coast. Little nightcap. Cardinals +1.5, +100 on the money line. Raiders -118. 37.5 is the total. I don't know. I keep marking Pete Carroll as a bet on coach because of historical records, but
he's kind of looked meh in the preseason. Now Chip Kelly, right? They're also
starters are playing for what it's worth, or he said something cryptic. Like,
I was dying laughing because there was reports that Michael Mayer was getting more snaps than people thought, and they weren't. They were running more 11 personnel. And then the fantasy guy was like, well, but clearly when it comes to the season, Brock Bowers, he's the best receiver. He's going to be out there all the time. And I just want, as an Eagles fan, I just wanted to laugh. And don't underestimate the fuckery that is Chip Kelly. If there's one guy, I mean, a guy who traded away LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson in his prime. If there's one guy out there who has an awesome talent that goes, you know what? I like that Sam Bradford. Bring Sam Bradford over for future Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles. Oh God. But it all worked out in the end.
Really connecting a lot of dots there.
No, I'm saying if there's one guy to fuck around and think he's smarter than obvious talent, it might be Chip Kelly. I'm taking the Raiders here. Just the Cardinals, they're bad.
Yeah, like I said,
stay tuned for the NFC West division.
I'm going to continue to.
I'm not going to
no, you're not.
A game down because just for that interception. Oh, just for that interception.
Come on, Raiders.
All right, Ryan. Time for our lock dog. Oh, we got 3 locks and a dog and a parlay.
I don't like how you write in your locks ahead of time.
Well, I was just
you're trying to claim them. Now it seems like I'm copying you when I obviously lock up Baltimore -2.5.
Baltimore -2.5. Good luck. Copied me. What else do you like?
See now, and your I think the Colts
+2.5.
That's going to be a lock.
Okay.
And I think Seattle.
Oh, you like Seattle, huh? +2.5.
Oh yeah, they're playing hard. We had that whole conversation.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a sense you liked it that much. What's your
remember
dog?
I said it was a great teaser leg. That's code.
That's usually when you're not excited
that's
about
code. Dog. Let's see. What's the biggest dog on the board? Oh, Shador's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Rams plus 240.
Rams on the money line. Just random. For me, obviously the Ravens laying the 2.5, Steelers laying the 4.5, Chicago catching the 2.5, and the Indianapolis Colts on the money line there. Do we want to give out a parlay, Ryan?
Colts.
Okay, I'm in. Money line.
Colts with I mean, I could do the Bears.
Okay. Colts. Why don't we do Colts, Chicago,
and Seattle,
and Baltimore?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just all on the money line.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
We can do Seattle too if you want.
Let's just keep it Indy, Chicago, Baltimore, all on the money line. That should be a nice, a little juicy payout. No live shows tomorrow, Ryan, because we're traveling out to Circa. We're going to, or are we going to be live for our Survivor show?
We will not be live.
Okay. But we will be recording a Survivor show. We're going to be recording a special Vegas show. We got our VSiN show live 8:00 Pacific, wherever you get your VSiN. That's Sirius XM, channel 85,
158,
158 Sirius XM, YouTube TV. If you have Sunday Ticket, you might not realize you have VSiN as well. You can check us out live over on VSiN.
Yeah, just search for Sports Gambling Podcast on your
on your YouTube TV. You might have it. And of course, always appreciate people that subscribe button. Spotify, answering questions and comments over on Spotify helps us out. And of course, Phrase That Pays, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
2 weeks, we'll be talking about week 1, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.